Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I now call to order our regular scheduled Board of Commissioners meet for December 2nd at 7 p.m. Thank you all for being here tonight on this wonderful Monday, right after Thanksgiving. Our first order of business tonight is going to be our invocation and our Pledge of Allegiance. I've asked Commissioner Jason Wunsch to lead us in our invocation tonight, and Jill Donovan, owner of Donovan's Manor, to lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. I'll speak about these two here momentarily. If you would, please stand.
You'll bow your head, please. Father, thank you so much for this meeting tonight. Thank you for all who are in attendance. Please be with us as we make important decisions that affect our entire community. And thank you for the opportunity to come here in this country and be able to make these decisions and be with us as we do. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both. Jill is the owner of Donovan's Manor, which is a new event venue in Fuquay-Varina. If y'all recall, just a few months ago, we had some approvals at the time right before Donovan's Manor opened, and I know Jill's back here tonight for some items, but that is an excellent venue for those that are watching online or anyone that's here. You need to check it out. It's a beautiful place. It's an opportunity that's came to Fuquay-Varina to really add to our tax base and serve in an area that we have not had in Fuquay-Varina, have that large of an event space. And I was honored to be invited for the grand opening about 2 months ago, and so it's an incredible facility. Encourage everybody there. But Jill, thank you for investing in our community, and thank you for having that here in Fuquay-Varina. We're very, very proud. Next item is our meeting protocol. At this time, I ask Town Manager Mitchell to review the meeting protocol for public participation as it relates to this meeting. Adam, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and board members. It's good to be with you. Tonight's meeting contains a public comment period and 2 scheduled public hearings. The public is invited to comment in person. When it is the appropriate time, Mayor Massengill will call on those wishing to address the town board. All attendees that have appeared in person to address the town board during the public comment period should provide your name and address on the green registration sheet by the podium prior to the public comment period beginning. All attendees that have appeared in person, my mic is working here tonight, but hopefully everybody can hear me. Here we go. All attendees that have appeared in person to address the town board during a scheduled public hearing should provide your name and address on the white registration sheet by the podium. We ask all those wishing to address the town board either during a public comment period or a scheduled public hearing to begin their comments by clearly stating their name and address for the public record. The public is asked to keep all comments to 3 minutes so that all that wish to speak may be heard in a timely manner. To be respectful of those that may have different views on matters addressed by the town board, we ask that all in attendance respect the decorum of the meeting by refraining from clapping, making loud noises, and generally showing support or displeasure for comments made during the public comment period or public hearings. Police Chief Smith will be asked to escort from the boardroom anyone not respecting the process, and it is the discretion of the mayor as presiding officer of the meeting to continue the public comment and or public hearing periods if the meeting protocol is not followed. And this concludes the protocol for tonight's meeting.
Thank you, Adam. First item of business tonight is the approval of our minutes for the November 19th, 2024 regular scheduled board meeting and the August 1st, 2024 Town Board Economic Development Committee meeting minutes. Any changes or additions to these minutes? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move that we approve the minutes of the November 19th, 24 Town Board of Commissioners regular scheduled meeting and the Development Committee meeting.
That's it.
And the August 1st, 24 Town Board Economic Development Committee meeting as presented.
We have
Second.
a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on our agenda tonight is the public comment period. At this time, the town clerk will call on individuals that are in attendance and have registered to address the town board prior to the meeting. The public comment period is a time for the public to address the town board about any matter that is not the subject of a scheduled public hearing. Those speaking are asked to begin by clearly saying your name and address for the public record. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes in order that all who wish to speak may be heard in a timely manner. Teresa, do you have anybody signed up? We have no one. Okay, nobody for the public comment period. Next item on our agenda will be public hearings. Public hearings are a time for the petitioner to present his or her request and for the public to give input and voice their favor or opposition to the request. If you wish to speak and are physically in attendance, please step forward to the podium one at a time. Provide your name and address on the registration log at the podium and clearly state your name and address for the public record. We ask all those addressing the town board to please limit your comments to 3 minutes in order that all who wish to speak may be heard in a timely manner. First public hearing tonight, item 7A, zoning map amendment and land use plan amendment, Thomas H. Johnson Jr., Williams Mullen, 5727 and 5733 and 5803 Hilltop Road, REZ-2024-11. More information about agenda item will be provided by Planning Director Davison. Pam, good evening.
Good evening. I am submitting the agenda abstract and supporting documents into the official records of the town. The purpose of this agenda item is to consider a requested zoning map amendment for a total of 14.33 acres located at 5727, 5733, and 5803 Hilltop Road from the Residential Agricultural Zoning District to the Office and Institutional Conditional Zoning District, and the corresponding land use plan amendment from the single-family neighborhood and open space classifications to the civic and institutional and open space classifications. The proposed conditions prohibit uses that would not be appropriate, provide for a perimeter buffer to the north, and clarify a CTP-required greenway will be triggered by a future site plan. The office and institutional zoning will support land use plan goals and line up the zoning of the property with the continued use as a banquet facility. At the November 18th, 2024 regular meeting, the Planning Board voted unanimously to recommend approval. The suggested motion tonight is to approve REZ 2024-11, a zoning map amendment at 5727, 5733, and 5803 Hilltop Road from the Residential Agricultural Zoning District to the Office and Institutional Conditional Zoning District, and the corresponding land use plan amendment from single-family neighborhood and open space classifications to the civic and institutional and open space classifications, as it is reasonable and in the best interest of the public for the reasons identified by management and staff. I am available for any questions.
Are there any questions at this time? Thank you, Pam. The hearing is now open. Does anyone wish to speak in favor of the 2040 zoning map amendment and land use plan amendments?
Good evening, Board. My name is Anthony Bologna. I'm here on behalf of the applicant, Thomas H. Johnson. My address is 301 Fayetteville Street, Suite 1700, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27601. And we are here representing Mrs. Jill Donovan for this project. And if you have any questions, I'm available to answer them. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Does anyone else wish to speak in favor? Does anyone wish to speak in opposition to the zoning map and amendment and land use plan amendment? The hearing is now closed. Moving to board discussion. Any discussion by the board? If not, what's the pleasure of the board? Entertain a motion so moved, or
Mr. Mayor, so moved.
Second.
motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Again, thank you for your investment in Fuquay-Varina, and we're excited for your venue that you have there. Next public hearing, zoning map amendment, Jason Gallerano, Gala Construction LLC, 410 Wade Street, REZ-2024-15. More information about agenda item will be presented by Planning Director Davison.
I am submitting the agenda abstract and supporting documents into the official records of the town. The purpose of this agenda item is to consider a requested zoning map amendment for a total of 0.11 acres located at 410 Wade Street from the Residential Low-Density Zoning District to the Town Center Residential Zoning District. The proposed conditions address architectural elements and limit the future use to row home only. The submitted plot plan demonstrates conformity to the TCR standards and is supported by the land use plan designation for the property. At the November 18th, 2024 regular meeting, the Planning Board voted unanimously to recommend approval. The suggested motion tonight is to approve REZ 2024-15, a zoning map amendment at 410 Wade Street from the residential low-density zoning district to the town center residential zoning district, as it is reasonable and in the best interest of the public for the reasons identified by management and staff. I am available for any questions.
I don't think there's any questions at this time. Thank you, Pam. The hearing is now open. Does anyone wish to speak in favor of the zoning map amendment? Does anyone wish to speak in opposition to the zoning map amendment? Hearing is now closed. Any discussion by the board? If not, what's the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on our agenda is the consent agenda. What is the board's pleasure on the items on the consent agenda?
Mayor, I move that we approve items 8A, B, and C on the consent agenda as presented.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, other business, town manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Not a great deal to report on to the board since our last board meeting, since we had a holiday since then that we were off a few days, had a short week. Do want to just advise the board that the Jones Road elevated water tank will be drained this week for maintenance. You may have seen the one on the hill a few weeks ago was drained for maintenance, routine maintenance. Now the Jones Road tank will be. The adopted 2040 community or comprehensive transportation plan rather has been updated on the town's GIS system, map system. So it's available now for public and development community to review. Our engineering department has received 21 letters of interest from engineering firms for on-call services. These letters of interest are being reviewed and scored, and they'll be presented to the town board for recommendation for approval at the second meeting in January. And the 2024-2025 fiscal year 25 pavement preservation project, we'll be opening bids on that December 6th, as well as on December 12th, opening bids for the downtown Varina pedestrian improvements project. And so both of these projects will be brought to the town board for your consideration of approval at the first meeting in January. So just a little forecasting of what to expect the first meeting in January. Our Parks and Recreation Department and our Arts Center, but primarily Parks and Recreation Department, is preparing for the annual town tree lighting and holiday celebration this Thursday. It'll be at 6 p.m. Vance Street parking lot, but also throughout the downtown area on the Fuquay district side. Fleming Loop Park, this is an exciting update as well, will be at the host site for the NCFC National College Showcase Tournament, soccer tournament, the weekends of December 6th through the 8th and 13th through the 15th. So using that facility for more than just our own programs or the host site for this rather large college showcase tournament. I mentioned the Arts Center just a moment ago. The spring theater season is now open and available for box office ticket purchasing. Our programming in the spring includes music, theater, and a special community celebration in honor and celebration of Black History Month. Spring classes are also posted with more to be added. And again, I mentioned the town tree lighting and holiday celebration. This will feature a night market with 30 vendors that are working closely with our Arts Center. There are a few single seats that are still left available for the Fuquay-Varina Chorale Holiday Concert this weekend and for the Gerald Parker Jazz Orchestra on December 20th, if you know anyone that might be interested in attending one of those shows. As it pertains to our police department, Corporal Jessless and K9 Dash received the Hometown Hero Award from John Heister Chevrolet and the North Carolina Auto Dealers Association. So we want to congratulate both of them for that great recognition. Glenn Ganzenmuller has advanced through the career ladder to corporal, which was effective this week. So we want to congratulate Corporal Ganzenmuller on his career advancement. And our police department has a lot to be recognized for and having completed the CALIA site assessment process, for which I think you all were a part of meeting with the site assessor at one point during that process. That's a big milestone in our CALIA accreditation efforts. In the spring, Chief Smith will be actually meeting with the CALIA accreditation board to defend the town's justification for being an accredited police agency. So we're excited about those efforts on the horizon. And we have advertised a request for qualifications for construction manager at risk services for the Public Service Center Phase 2 project, the expansion project. So we'll be looking for, hopefully, competitive submittals on that project first of the year. And our street staff has worked diligently to stay on schedule and completed all of the leaf collection last week in advance of Thanksgiving that was put out. And that's a big undertaking. To do it in a short week is quite a task. We want to recognize them for their hard work. I would also just add that since our last meeting, I and Matt Poling, our engineering director, met with a group of Wake County managers and staff, along with representatives from NCDOT, to continue our dialogue and conversations about how we can work collaboratively to improve the processes of DOT projects working through the system faster, to get from generation to completion. And there's still quite a bit of work to do on that effort. And so we'll continue to stay involved in that process. This is a smaller working group that was initiated by the Wake County municipal managers at a bi-monthly municipal managers meeting. Myself, management representation from Garner, Wake Forest, Holly Springs, and Raleigh, and our engineering leadership are all involved in those conversations with the NCDOT. We're trying to identify if there are things that we can do at the municipal level to help advance the process, as well as identify things that we believe NCDOT can do on their end to help advance the process to get these projects moving forward faster. So I'll keep you updated as that goes along. In addition, there are items included in your agenda materials just to bring your awareness to. We have a coffee with a cop at Starbucks, which will be this Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., always a popular location for Coffee with the Cop. We also have, again, our tree lighting and holiday celebration, which is this Thursday at 6 p.m. And then the Fuquay-Varina Chamber of Commerce will be hosting the annual Christmas parade on Sunday, this Sunday, December 8th at 4 p.m. So shaping up to be a great start to the holiday season and a fun time for our community that I'm sure many will enjoy throughout this season. So looking forward to that. I'm happy to answer any questions that the town board may have. Otherwise, Mr. Mayor, that concludes my report for tonight.
Questions for the manager? Okay, no questions for management. I know it's a quicker meeting tonight. It's just simply the timing of between the last meeting and the holiday that was in between there and where we are here, and just some middle deadlines. But sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. Commissioner Harris, any comments?
Just hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving and everyone was safe. So hopefully that was the case for everyone. Had an opportunity this last month to make a presentation to the Fuquay-Varina Leadership Academy, to their group, which was very interesting, very exciting. Also attended the Faces Thanksgiving celebration, which is, of course, as you're familiar with, Faces is a community service organization, and we had a great service there. And I was happy to learn what CALIA was. I did not know initially, but when I was attending the conference in Tampa, I went to the booth and the gentleman explained it to me, and then coming to find out, I told him we were in the midst of going through this process. So I'm happy to see that we're moving forward in that, and I think that's going to be a great advantage to us as a town. Those are my comments, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Thank you, Commissioner Harris. Commissioner Adcock, any comments?
Just one. I met a couple recently that had moved to Fuquay-Varina to retire, and I asked them what why did they choose Fuquay-Varina? They had moved here from Missouri, and the key thing they mentioned to me was the safety rating and ranking of Fuquay-Varina. So to the police officers here, I say thank you that we get really good citizens that move here because of the safety and the hard work that you all do. So I just wanted to publicly say that, and I think it's a great thing that on a lot of different areas that Fuquay-Varina is now moving up the charts on our rankings, and I think public safety is a key area. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Adcock. Commissioner Wunsch.
I was just going to join Commissioner Harrison saying I hope everyone had a really nice Thanksgiving, and December is a really exciting month, so thank you in advance for all the hands that go toward putting together all these very festive events. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Wunsch. Commissioner Haynes, any comments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. As well, I attended the Faces Thanksgiving service. It was just beautiful just to see all those different denominations of faith coming together to worship together, and also raise money for Faces, who helps so many people in the community. I also was able to help a Eagle Scout gain their merit badge. He had questions about traffic in Fuquay-Varina, so that was part of his merit badge. So that was awesome to meet with him as well. Also, I just want to thank so many people that helped with Pine Acres Community Center Thanksgiving food giveaway. We were able to distribute over 200 to 250 plus families that Saturday. Thank you for the police department, definitely for helping with crowd control and traffic control. That definitely helped. I was able to get everybody out swiftly and safely, as well as all the churches and organizations. I even was able to, I didn't know I was supposed to, but I spoke to 2 groups of Jack and Jill organization while I was there as well. So that was great meeting them, and they actually gave a donation as well. So just thank everybody for that, for so much support. We have a Christmas one coming up very soon. Also, I actually had an interesting time. The organizers of Manifest invited me to come over to NC State, which, you know, it's rare for me to go to NC State, but you already know why.
You get lost easily, so you can't go over there, right?
But
you might fall in love with it.
Yeah, just a little bit. But no, the students were amazing. They took the Manifest program, and they use it as one of their projects for the public relations community, their communications majors. And they took it and worked and came up with plans for marketing for Manifest, to help Manifest to become a more marketable event every year. So they had about 6 different groups who sat down, and they have really broke it down from budgets to social media investment to so many different things. So that was just amazing just to see all those students. It was around 50-something students who were able to participate in this in it, and they whoever got picked by the Manifest Committee got 1 letter grade on their top of their grade for the semester as well. And also, a lot of the students actually want to give their time to Manifest to really actually help with the marketing aspect of it after, as some type of internship. That was awesome. I was so glad I was actually able to attend that. So that was really good last week. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
That's right. Thank you, Commissioner Haynes, for sharing that. Mayor Pro Tem Gardner, any comments?
Well, I add my Thanksgiving wishes. I hope everyone had a grand holiday, and it's one of those times of the year that I think remind us of this wonderful community we live in and how grateful we are for what we have here, and what a responsibility it is to protect and cherish that. Speaking of community, this, starting this week is one of the most active times of celebrating community that we have all year. And I hope all of you take advantage of as many of these events as you can, because I think this is why one of the reasons why we really do love this place so much, and why many other people come here, because they've seen that kind of spirit, and that's what they want in the place where they want to live and work and play and raise their families. So enjoy these events. They're going to come one right after another starting about the middle of this week, and it's just so much fun. I look forward to this season of the year and to the lights, especially down in the park, the Mineral Spring Park, because it looked mighty dark tonight when I came by there, but I thought it won't be for long.
Lights in the process are all getting turned on right now. I know Jonathan and Adam are working on that right here. That's right, Mayor Pro Tem.
So that's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. The Gardner, this time of year we always say Thursdays kicks off the Hallmark movie season.
It
Fuquay-Varina is on
does.
Hallmark movie, and so it's going to be an excellent night that night with a tree lighting and
Sleigh rides.
sleigh rides and everything that's down there in that. And the kids, when the decision was made to start including kids singing in those programs on Thursdays at the tree lighting right there, that is going very, very good, Jonathan. I get so many times kids giving me feedback from singing it last year and can't wait to sing again this year, and the parents are excited to see their kids up there. So that's really huge, including those different schools in our community. Nearly every school has somebody represented a class there, and so the community enjoys that. Thank you for doing that right there.
Mayor, they are also adding more events in the Varina district this year to carry that spirit from Thursday night right through the Sunday
Right through it.
parade.
And we talked about over there in Varina, the new Varina parking lot, having concerts there next year and more events over there. So I know everybody's excited about that on Varina side of town too. Two other comments right there. On Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, Maureen hosted the Embers at the Art Center to a sold-out crowd, and everybody behaved and did not tear up the Art Center either at the same time. It was a good crowd that night and behaved, and so sold-out show that kicks off the festivities there at that point right there. And talking about different locations in town, the food pantry last week on, I believe it was Wednesday, gave out several hundred meals of turkeys and meals for people within our community that could not have those, and so that was a good event there also at the same time. And it's amazing how many people we can get through a drive-through quickly and efficiently and give out that much food. Just, Brian, as you're used to doing that at Pine Acres also and know that there, and so that really was a good day there to be able to give out that amount of frozen turkeys. And so anybody that didn't have turkey on Thanksgiving, there was a lot of opportunities out there in our community to choose from there. Look forward to this weekend's Hallmark movie events here in Fuquay-Varina. And so that being the case, there's no further business on my end. Managers, are closed session tonight?
There is no closed session recommended this evening.
All right, well, we can entertain a motion to adjourn or not.
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned, it won't be like this next time necessarily.